Yo! It's been a while since we've done some Laserdisc content on a channel called Laserdreamz, so let's have a little bit of a look of what's happening in Laserland. So, there's been a few technology changes. It's going to be a little bit dim down here, I can't really do anything about it. But we've got this stack now going on for the Laserdisc stuff. We've got a record player, we've got this Meridian 519 demodulator for the Dolby Digital sound. In the Shroud of Darkness, we've got this CLD D29 and the Yamaha RX-V677 or 677. Those are pumping out Laserdisc images to the big 50-inch plasma Pioneer Kuro. What is this one? An LX5090? Pretty juicy. And that is playing heavy metal at the minute. Classic rotter heavy metal. Heavy metal. Give me an absolute break. Heavy metal. But this one's actually pretty fantastic. Not a speck on it. Round to Jane Fonda land. Forgive the flicker. That's just the refresh of the CRT. That's a Bang & Olufsen MX4002 next to a MX4000. If we move in a little bit closer, say hello to the king. We've got a, what is this one? It's a CLD S315, and to be honest, this is how I watch most of my discs these days. I just prefer the clean look of watching them on a CRT. Obviously blown up to 50 inches doesn't do them a great world of good, although animation actually looks pretty good at that big. But some movies, they do look a little bit gross, so we watch most of them on the CRT here. This is a NTSC and PAL player. It doesn't flip the discs. Always something that I think is not a problem when it comes to Laserdiscs. Don't get hung up on a machine that plays both sides. It's another point of failure in my opinion. Brilliant if you've got one that works fantastically, no problem, but superb, solid player. And underneath it, this is a recent history pickup. This is, if you can see it, a CLD 1200. This is a PAL only player. I think late 80s or turn of the 90s. It's got this cool display here, and this came out when Laserdisc was being branded, I think, largely by Philips as CD video, not to be confused with video CDs.
Philips CD Video brengt de muziek in beeld.
But just check this out. Yeah, get a load of that. So this one, I mean, the D925 behind us, that plays every type of disc going, apart from high definition ones. This doesn't play PAL analog discs, so you're talking about up to the mid-80s, maybe late 80s for some discs. So we've got that to play those on the CRT, and it's an absolute beauty. Little bit of Barbarella going on here. Now I think we'll show you some discs that we've picked up recently. So, we had a big score recently on Laserdiscs. Got a nice big lot in, which came with a load of these porno movies, which are going at the minute. I've actually got rid of a lot of the stuff, a lot of doubles and stuff I just didn't need, you know, box sets that have got no aim. And this is just a little selection of the ones I'm keeping. So, got some beauties in here. Heavy metal. Like I said, that is a known rotter, but that one's actually lovely. No problems at all. Kate Bush Whole Story. I actually had this on one of these type of discs, these CD video branded ones, but it was rotted to hell. So it was good to replace it with this one. And this has actually got a few more tracks on it from the Central World down. So Central World and Love and Anger, one of my favourites. Absolutely underrated. Actually watched this morning, Annie Hall, Criterion Edition. Ah, these are beautiful. I've not even checked these out yet. But you can get this on Blu-ray as a complete set, but there's these volumes. You get 2 volumes per Laserdisc. Carl Sagan talking about, as you can see, the cosmos. Look, the lives of the stars, the edge of forever. Who speaks for Earth? So, all these astrological problems. What's this? Heaven and hell. And this is a cool one. Been after this for a while. Ken Russell, Crimes of Passion. So you've got Kathleen Turner playing a hooker, essentially getting herself embroiled with a priest played by Anthony Perkins. I've never seen that before. It's actually quite interesting. Like, the speech is played out a bit like a play, but definitely a cool one to watch. This is a 3-disc set. Cleopatra. Liz Taylor. Still dubious about whether this is going to be on the chopping block or not. I actually picked this one up separately. This is Mandroid by Canon Films. Another one that was close to the chop, Labyrinth, but it's quite a cool looking disc, isn't it? Look, it's got this gatefold. The cover's cool. We've got this on DVD, so probably going to keep that. Here's some of the I don't know if the Penthouse ones are strictly porno. They're more like sort of sensual discs, aren't they? I've not checked these out yet, so these may be on the chopping block, but if any of them are going to get kept, it'll be the Penthouse ones and not the pornos. So what are these ones? I think there's 2 of them are like Penthouse Pet of the Year. Yeah, cool. And then we go on to these James Bonds. So I wasn't aware that these are a little bit of a subset. Towards the end of the Laserdisc life, I think these go from 97 to 98. They started re-releasing the Bonds again, because at some point in their life, you may have seen these editions. I absolutely love these editions. I wasn't really aware of these ones. So these were in the 90s, these editions. Well, earlier in the 90s. So I don't know why they decided to reissue them again. But some of them have got Dolby Digital surround sound now and have been THX certified. I do actually have the Goldfinger as well, but I didn't get it in this set. I mean, I actually did get Goldfinger with these that are part of this set, but I sold it unbeknowingly. Luckily, I actually had another copy of it. So, these late releases of James Bond, we've got The Spy Who Loved Me, Moonraker, Dr. No, From Russia With Love, Thunderball. And here is a movie I absolutely love. It's just like it laps over you. About 2 young lads, I mean, at the beginning they are young lads, an Italian and a French boy who become diving rivals, essentially. Absolutely beautiful movie, this.
It's much better down there. It's a better place.
Excellent. Here we go. Another Criterion edition. Space Odyssey. In this lot, we actually got the 3-disc American set, but just don't need it. I think this is already my 3rd or 4th LD version of 2001. This is the Criterion version, so we are going to keep this. Pretty common sets, but we did pick up the classic Aliens Special Widescreen Collector's Edition, and also the one they did for Alien. You've probably seen these a million times, but didn't have either of those. Let's move on to these ones. Right, so Jane Fonda, classic sci-fi Barbarella. For All Mankind. So this is part of the Voyager collection, which is like a spin-off of the Criterion collection. This is about the moon landings and the rockets and whatnot. Some fantastic ones in this collection, like the The Truth About De-Evolution Devo disc. And another one I need. If anyone's got Atomic Cafe, hit me up. Day of the Jackal. I don't think I've seen this. Going to keep that for now. I've been after this for ages. Classic double header. So, Colossus, the Forbin Project, and Silent Running. We probably all know about Silent Running. It's Colossus, which is the one that's less seen. It's essentially a story about Skynet. They basically give control of the nuclear warheads to a computer, and it decides it's going to hold humans ransom. So, pretty cool sci-fi. A little bit boring at times, but interesting to see. Another one I haven't seen, I think this is a little bit 1984-ish, Fahrenheit 451. Dirty Harry. Unsure if I'm going to keep this one, but I haven't seen it, and so I'm going to give it a watch first. Sorry, I married an axe murderer. Again, we've got another Criterion edition, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Keeping this one for shits and giggles, Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion. What's weird about this is that you may think, why the hell are you keeping this? It's almost like it's set in some kind of unreality. I don't know. Time Bandits. Not really a fan of Terry Gilliam's work, but Time Bandits not too bad. Been after this for ages. Not that it's rare or expensive, but just not got around to it. Forbidden Planet. Classic science fiction. Flash Gordon, my absolute must-have. Another classic science fiction, The Fantastic Voyage. Widescreen version of Big Trouble in Little China. Aristocats, Disney. We've actually got a sealed Planet of the Apes, PAL version. Had to keep that. And here we go, Logan's Run in this lovely letterbox edition. Look, there's fucking matey with the cats. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, lots going on in Laserland at the minute. Maybe a few more on way. Loads more going out the door. But yeah, we'll come back and do some more Laserdisc stuff. I wanted to do a flick through this. The horror selection down here. So maybe we'll get round to that. But for now, keep it locked and loaded. See you later.